Jim Rohn in How to Have Your Best Year Ever emphasizes on taking time to reflect. Take time to reflect on your business and your life. Taking time to reflect and assess on what happens every single day is like taking time to assess a piece of your painting of life. Taking time every day to reflect is one of the things that will elevate your consciousness. Time goes by so fast. It's so simple and so easy to forget about what happened last week. Sometimes I forget what happened last week. To reflect allows you to lock that in. It allows you to take a mental picture, a snapshot of events and reactions. Whether you do this through talking with God, taking notes, meditating, the fact of the matter is it will allow you to elevate your consciousness, to stay on track with what's going on, what type of results you're getting, and to be able to assess the data so that you can turn course if need be, so that you can correct some errors if you make them, so that you can adapt and be aware. Don't just depend on your memory to do this for you. We need times of solitude, times where you almost leave the world for a while and the chaos within it. This is what we're actually craving and supposed to do on vacations. But most of the time we go on vacation, we come back more exhausted than we were when we went. We don't make the time to shut off the world and reflect for a moment. My advice is to make this a non-negotiable. Go and draft a schedule for yourself for the year, because it's equally as important as hard work. Self-development earns respect. The best gift that you can give yourself and to others is self-development. This is why I teach and share knowledge on social media and in the 4am Club. It's the greatest gift I can give myself and the greatest gift I can give to other people. Jim Rohn says self-sacrifice is not noble, self-investment is noble. I will take care of me for you if you will please take care of you for me. And we've got to be careful of this and the world and what they say about this, because when we take care of ourselves, the world says don't be selfish. The world promotes self-sacrifice as being noble or admirable, but it's the doing of a short-sighted fool. The person that does that is the person that is not informed. He does not have enough knowledge to help himself and others. He doesn't know what he doesn't know, so he chooses to listen to the world. The thing that will truly enhance legitimate relationships in your life is self-development. If it doesn't, then it was never a legitimate relationship from the beginning. If you want to be in the top 5%, then don't spend time with the 95%. Don't listen to what they listen to. Don't drink what they drink. Don't read what they read. Don't go where they go, and don't do what they do. And it's as simple as getting a membership and listening to audiobooks and mingling with the 5%. Listening to the right audiobooks and mingling with the 5%. It's not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. 5% of people achieve 80% of the success in this world. And you can go and assess this, all right? What type of results is the 5% in the world getting, and what are they doing? What type of results is the 95% in the world getting, and what are they doing? And choose. You want to be the 95%, you want to be the 5%. Very simple. Everybody craves independency, financial independency and financial freedom. But independency requires responsibility. This delusion that the government or your corporate job is responsible for your retirement or your well-being is absurd. It's crazy. It is what is keeping you broke. It is what's keeping people enslaved, in shackles. It's the reason for people being stuck in poverty and struggling the whole time. It's because they don't want to take responsibility. We give the ability to uplift ourselves. We hand over that ability to the government or some institution, and then we wonder why we aren't being uplifted. The power of uplifting yourself will come back into your own hands the moment you take responsibility. Take responsibility for what you don't know. Take responsibility for working bad with your finances. Take responsibility for raising your kids. Take responsibility for being healthy, for your mental state of mind and your relationship with your Creator. If you take responsibility and you have some form of input, a sacrifice, things, areas in which you show up for yourself and your family, I promise you, you will change and everything else will change for you as well. Jim Rohn speaks of a concept where the best you can do is not all that you can do. Maybe the best you can do for your fitness right now is to jog 1K, but it's not all you can do. You can rest a bit and you can jog another K. even if it is tomorrow. Maybe you can only sell your services to one person a week, but you can do it again next week. How can you perhaps bulk and optimize your marketing? Can you maybe speak with 5 people instead of 1 at a time? Maybe you speak with 5 people, you sell 2 a week out of the 5. The best you can do is not all you can do. And on top of that, you can develop and enhance your best. You can do more in less time. You can do it faster. You can outsource. A lot of times, some of the biggest problems in our lives can be changed or flipped into opportunities if we just decide to change our perception, the lens through which we view the world. This was a challenge for me at a stage, to rest, because I want to keep on going and going and going. But resting is important. We can do so much more if we can allow ourselves to rest. But rest should be a necessity, not an objective. The objective in life is not to rest and neglect, but to act and impact. I'm going to say that again. The objective in life is not to rest and neglect, but to act and impact. The person that works so that he can rest and the person that rests so that he can work are 2 very different people, and they got 2 very different outcomes. I don't know if you've noticed, but the people that don't want to work and they want to rest all of the time are usually broke, and they got extremely bad luck when it comes to thinking and understanding things. Jim Rohn says the faces change but the numbers don't. 95% of people choose to have a victim and a poverty-struck mentality, and 5% of people choose differently. The faces change, but the numbers don't. Every now and then I get comments of people saying, "Oh, you Marcius, you think you're better than other people." I don't think so. I know so. I get the books and read them when they don't. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning when they don't. I deprive myself of spoils when they don't. I invest time and money into my well-being when they don't. I take care of my money when they don't. I pursue my Creator when they don't. I don't think I'm better. I am better. I am better than those who judge and don't act. I want to be better so that I can inspire others and show them how it's possible, not to rub it in their faces. Everybody was born to be a legend. Most people just choose not to become one. The next 5 years of our lives is going to be exactly the same as the previous 5, unless we change. Now, if you are happy with your results, great stuff. If you are not, then you're going to have to change if you want your reality and your future to change. And I feel this is where people get stuck, right? They can't make a choice. Like, choose. Damn it, choose. For yourself, for your kids, for the people that love you, for the sake of your Creator, so that He doesn't look down on you with sadness. Choose to be great. It's as simple as making a choice. There's a couple of simple disciplines that you got to apply every single day. Small things that you can do daily that will change your life forever. And the moment you change, everybody else around you will change. You will start to shine like a light, and that light will penetrate into other people's lives. You can make a positive impact, not just for your kids and your family, but also for the people around you. Jim Rohn emphasizes on sharing knowledge and revelations. When you share knowledge and revelations with other people, number 1, you're empowering and uplifting other people. And number 2, you get to hear it over and over and over and over again. That's why me sharing my philosophy, my views and my knowledge over and over again gives me more. I get more out of it than other people actually get out of it. It does more for me than it does for others. I get to stay on top of my game. I get to stay focused. I have clarity of mind. I'm constantly consuming this knowledge, and I hear it when I speak it, when I teach it. Go and share the knowledge that we discuss here. Spread the word. That's why you get to constantly empower others and yourself. The more you give, the more you get. That's why I'm so blessed. As I'm reading Your Best Year Ever from Jim Rohn, I'm reading and I'm taking notes, I get this idea and I'm thinking to myself, why don't we speak other languages? Why don't we take some resources and time and allocate it on developing ourselves and speaking a 3rd or a 4th language? If I want to connect with my people, if I want to serve my people and my country, then it would be wise for me, and it's actually very logical, it would be wise for me to actually go and learn how to speak Tswana or Zulu. Now, I can use a shit ton of excuses and say, yeah, but it's not my mother tongue, or you know what, nobody ever taught me. It's excuses. It still stays my responsibility. I am the only person that has the power to change that for me. Now, is it possible for me to get a tutor into the club, right? That tutor teaches me how to speak Tswana or Zulu, and while they teach me, I share that knowledge. I have that person teach other people in the club as well, other entrepreneurs, those who wish to learn, those who wish to develop themselves. Can you imagine what this will do for your capability when it comes to connecting with people, doing business? How will it change your thinking and your life? Because the moment you learn a new language, it literally changes the patterns in your mind of how you think. You are going to have a deeper and different understanding of the world and things and people. So here I am listening to this book, taking notes, and this idea pops up in my head, and this simple idea can literally change thousands of people's lives. This is what I mean when I talk about the value in books and self-learning. We do not lack capacity. We only lack knowledge and teachers. Earl Schwab said, if you don't have a list of goals, then he could probably guess your bank balance within a couple of $100. Everybody has goals, but most people trust their memory to keep track of those goals. You can't. You can't trust your memory. I promise you, it's going to disappoint you. Sometimes it fails us. I can't even remember what I did last week. How can I depend on my memory alone to keep track of my goals and the progress that I have towards them? Something as important as your goals needs to be written down and reviewed every single day. It's 1,000 times more important than your grocery list. You know what to get at Checkers, but you don't know what to get in life. You are going to miss some things, my man. You are going to forget some things. And I promise you, the consequences are going to be a lot bigger than your partner being pissed off because you forgot to buy toilet paper. Talk about a shitty situation. Now, how do we set goals? Listen up, because it's very complicated for most people out there. I know it's not complicated for the 4 AM Club, but for the others out there, very, very complicated to set a list of goals. Number 1, you decide what you want and you write it down. Decide what you want and write it down. Go get a pen and a notepad. Decide what you want and write it down. Keep it next to your bed, review it every morning, and build a list. That's it. Now I know when I post this on social media, the challenge for the day is going to be how to find a pen and a notepad. But here's a powerful add-on. Yes, have your own personal goal list, but go and create a family goal list. Pull in the team. Get your wife and your kids, or your partner and your kids. Get everybody on board, everybody on track. Discuss and decide what it is that you want as a family. Write those goals down. Review them weekly. Teach your kids how to do this. Teach them by showing them how you do it. You're not just going to empower your kids and raise wise children. You are going to enable and empower yourself as well. It's a lot easier when you do this with somebody, with your team, than it is to do it alone. And by the way, the value in setting goals does not lie in the achievement of those goals. It lies in what you become by pursuing and achieving those goals. It lies in what it will make of you. That's why I always say to people, if you lost your business or you lost your money, you must know that the wealth that you think and feel you've lost does not lie in the money or in the business. It lies in what you became in the process of creating that business or making that money. The wealth that you think you've lost isn't in those things. It lies in what you are and who you became. You didn't lose your wealth. You got feedback. And you can choose whether you are going to add those lessons to your wealth, or are you going to believe the lie of failure. And you will make the right choice. You will be free if you know the truth. And the truth is, the greatest value in life is not what you get, but what you become. I'm Marcius. I'm valuable because of what I became as a father, a leader, a husband, a friend, brother, entrepreneur, son. Not because of my money or my nice cars. All of those things are just byproducts of what I became. The greatest source of unhappiness is self-unhappiness. Everybody wants financial wealth. How you get it and what you become will determine whether you are happy or not. The money doesn't bring you joy. What you become and how you get it might. Judas made a lot of money by betraying Jesus. As soon as he got the money, he wanted to give it back. He wasn't unhappy with the money, he was unhappy with himself. Just like the guy who neglects his family or his health or his moral values for financial gain. He tries to buy it back. He wants to trade the money back because what he got for what he paid was a bad deal. The price was too much, too great a price. And he wasn't smart enough to see it. The price was too high, and now it's too late. It's a terrible, terrible state to be in. But nevertheless, it is a state in which people place themselves by their own actions, by their own hand. This is called remorse. It pains me to hear or see of somebody like this. I do not wish this upon my worst enemy. When I hear or see somebody like this, my soul weeps for them. I feel so terribly sorry for them because I understand that the price they paid was too much. They paid with their soul, they paid with their joy, with the most beautiful things that God gave us. That is what they gave up for financial gain. And Jim Rohn says this state starts with a little infection, and that infection is doing a little less than you could. Doing a little less than you could with your children, doing a little less than you could with your wife, or in your business, or with your finances, or with your Creator. That's how the infection starts, and then it becomes a disease. What if I get all the wealth in the world, but God turns His face from me? My son resents me. The people I love and care for don't respect me. I look terrible. I feel terrible. No thanks. No thank you. Our real wealth, our real payoff is in another dimension. Acceptance, love, respect, and appreciation from our Creator, from the people that we love. Sometimes it's hard, but that's what makes it beautiful. Don't do less. Don't do a little less than you could.